Mookie Betts has surprised everyone once again. The Dodgers star, known for his exceptional skills on the field, is now shining off the field as well. But this time, it's not just because of his achievements with a bat and glove. He's venturing into a new project that promises to shake up the baseball world. And there's a key detail in this story that could change everything. If you think you know everything about Mookie Betts, think again. The multi-time MLB champion, a 3-time World Series winner, and a regular All-Star has decided to expand his horizons. And believe it or not, he's revealing a side of himself that few ever imagined. He just launched his own podcast, Asterisk, On Base with Mookie Betts. Asterisk, a space where he has candid conversations with legends of the past and stars of the present, revealing stories and behind-the-scenes moments you've never heard before. But the most interesting part is the impact this project could have, not just on Betts' career, but also on how MLB players express themselves publicly. Many athletes avoid sharing too much about their personal lives or discussing behind-the-scenes league matters, but Mookie is breaking that mold. On his podcast, he dives into topics beyond the game, from the pressure of playing in demanding markets to the career transition that many athletes must face. And that makes all the difference. After all, how often do you see a player of his caliber openly discussing the human side of sports? But why now? Betts himself revealed that during his time with the Boston Red Sox, he didn't feel ready for something like this. In a recent interview with content creator Jared Carabas from Baseball is Dead, he opened up about the mindset in Boston. At that time, I was just a young guy coming up in my career. I had Big Papi, Pedroia, Napoli, Johnny Gomez. The culture that was about putting your head down and getting the job done. And I'm very grateful for that, because it taught me how to work hard and stay focused. That explains a lot about Betts' evolution both on and off the field. With the Red Sox, he was a raw talent, purely focused on playing. But with the Dodgers, he found an environment where he could grow as a leader, and now, as a communicator. And if you think the podcast is just a fun side project for him, think again. Betts is treating this venture with the same dedication he brings to baseball. He has already hosted high-profile guests, revealed exclusive details about the MLB's inner workings, and shown that he wants to go beyond the sport. For many experts, this would be Betts' first big step toward his post-playing career. And here's something interesting. Other MLB athletes are already showing interest in doing the same. Could Mookie be paving a new path for players to connect more with fans? You can bet on it. A star of his caliber exploring new media could change the way the league communicates and even how players are perceived by the public. Moreover, Betts has made it clear that he wants to use his platform to inspire the next generation. He knows that his time in baseball isn't infinite and wants to build something that goes beyond championships and individual awards. And that's something few athletes consider while still at their peak. Over time, I've realized I have more years behind me than ahead in baseball. I need to prepare for what comes next. God has given me the opportunity to create a podcast, to be an entrepreneur, to have my own production company, and also to continue playing at a high level. But when I was in Boston, I wasn't ready for that. Maybe the Boston market itself wouldn't have allowed me to do this. And if you think this is just another passing trend, think again. Mookie Betts is everything it takes to become an influential voice in sports, just like major figures in the NBA and NFL have done in the past. The question now is, how far can he take this project? Are we witnessing the birth of a new era in the way athletes engage with fans? Now tell me, have you listened to this podcast yet? What do you think about this new phase for Betts? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear from you. The signing of Roki Sasaki by the Dodgers was a true game changer for the franchise. The Japanese phenomenon arrives with one of the most ambitious contracts in history for a player coming from the MPB, and his presence completely reshapes the team's rotation. But Sasaki's arrival brings an inevitable consequence. What will happen to the other young pitchers on the team? Dustin May, Tony Gonsolin, and Bobby Miller are the first names that come to mind, but this situation affects even more faces like Emmett Sheehan, Gavin Stone, River Ryan, Landon Knack, and Justin Wrobleski. All of these young talents have had some MLB experience recently, but now they may see their paths entirely blocked by Sasaki and the other veterans in the rotation. And here's where things get interesting. The Dodgers can't keep all these pitchers in AAA forever. Andrew Friedman, the master of negotiations, is known for not being patient when it comes to trade opportunities. His track record shows that if there's a chance to improve the roster, he doesn't hesitate to sacrifice players who once seemed essential for the team's future. With so much talent accumulated on the mound, a trade involving some of these young pitchers seems more and more inevitable. Here's the most intriguing point. With so much talent available, the Dodgers could get a heavy return. Whether the slugger to bolster the lineup, an elite reliever, or even an unexpected name on the market, this trade could completely change the team's future. Although there are no concrete rumors yet, the stage is set for a major move. And with that, 3 pitchers stand out as the most likely candidates to be traded. Who would have thought Bobby Miller would be on this list? After a promising 2023 season, where it seemed he was establishing himself as one of the top names in the rotation, his situation has drastically changed. During spring training, he received support from Blake Snell, but the Dodgers seem less excited about his potential than originally thought. The decision to send him to AAA after taking a comebacker to the head was a clear sign that he's not in the team's immediate plans. But what shocked fans was that, even after recovering, the Dodgers refused to give him another chance on the mound. This raises a big question. Have the Dodgers given up on Bobby Miller? At the moment, Miller seems to be way down in the hierarchy of starting pitchers, and with the rotation so crowded, perhaps the best outcome for both sides is a trade. But hold on, Miller still has value. He's a former elite prospect and still carries the status of a potential frontline starter. If he can deliver some solid performances in AAA, the Dodgers could land a great return for him before the trade deadline. And an important detail, some insiders point out that at least 3 teams have already shown interest in Miller. Could we be close to a trade? Few expected to see Justin Robleski on this list, but his situation proves just how many pitchers the Dodgers have and how few spots are available. He had an impressive spring training and even stood out in the exhibition game against the Hanshin Tigers in Japan. However, despite these strong performances, he didn't secure a spot on the main roster and was sent to AAA. Here's the problem. Robleski showed potential to be a reliable starter or even a long-term reliever, but he's behind other names in the race. And if there's someone blocking Robleski's path, that would be Landon Knack. Knack has simply outperformed him at every recent opportunity, and the Dodgers seem more inclined to bet on Knack at the moment. But that doesn't mean Robleski doesn't have value. On the contrary, he's the Dodgers' 11th ranked prospect, and a package featuring his name could be very attractive to other teams. If LA needs to include a pitcher in a trade, Robleski could be one of the first in line. Knack is an extremely curious case. He's already proven he could be a reliable starter on nearly any other team in the league, but there's simply no room for him on the Dodgers. He had a stellar performance in the Tokyo Series final, securing the team's victory, but even so, he was sent back to AAA shortly after. And here's the issue. In a normal rotation, Knack could easily be a number 4 or 5 starter, but with the Dodgers, he's stuck in a cycle of bouncing between AAA and the MLB. Because of this, some sources within the organization believe Knack could be traded this season. If a team needs a pitcher for their rotation immediately, he could be a highly valuable piece in a trade package. What's next? The Dodgers are clearly facing a luxury dilemma. They have too much talent on the mound, but not enough spots for everyone. This means trades are practically inevitable. But the big question now is, when will this trade happen? And who could the Dodgers bring in return? Many rumors point to the franchise possibly targeting a slugger to bolster the lineup, while others believe an experienced closer might be the main target. The only certainty is that Andrew Friedman is planning something behind the scenes, and if there's one thing we've learned, it's that he never stays still when he sees an opportunity to improve the team. Now, I want to know, who do you think the Dodgers should trade? And who would you like to see coming to the team? Leave your opinion in the comments. Oh! And before you go, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, because here you'll always stay up to date with the biggest moves of the Dodgers and the MLB. If you want more exclusive content, check out this video here on the side, where we talk about another big move that could change everything for the Dodgers.